Hi there, my name is Drew, and if we haven't met before, welcome to ReadyBudgetGo. If this isn't your first visit, welcome back. Either way, I'm glad you're here. It's Tuesday, so I've got the Green Lantern binder and the Batman binder. I'm going to be doing the Celebration Savings Challenge over here, and all of my regular savings challenges over here. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go! Let's get started in the Celebration Savings book. We are going to be finishing up March. So I'll flip over to that page. I need to do both of these scratchers, roll a d6 twice, and fill in the last two shamrocks. I cannot believe that we are almost to April already, but time marches on. So this is an 8. And this one is a 4, so $12 from this section. And I already know I'm going to need $10 from over here, so I'm going to grab 22. Just trying to get this a little bit cleaned up here. The paperclip's in the way. Well, I did the best I could. Okay, so 22 so far, and we'll do the roll and saves here in a minute. Or actually, we'll do them right now. We will do them right now. So let me get out. I will use a Superman die because those are the ones that are closest to me. In fact, I'm just going to roll both of them. We got a 4 and a 3. First 4 for the month. Only 4 for the month. Never did roll a 5. Okay, so thank you, Superman Dice. So a total of $29 is going to go in this week. I'm going to put that all over here, and I will put that in the envelope and condense everything. But first, I need to fill in the 2 shamrocks for the final color and save portion. Each one is worth $5. I'm just going to stick this under the cash tray here for a moment. So I hope that your March, wherever you are, was a good one. I experienced a 70-degree temperature swing. We had snow here one week, and the next week I went on a business trip to Los Angeles where it was in the upper 90s. So I can deal with hot weather in the summer, but it's pretty difficult when the calendar still says it's winter. Although, I will say that 96 degrees in Los Angeles feels a lot different than 96 degrees here in the Pacific Northwest. Okay, so that's done. Let's go over to the envelope, and let's see how much March saved us. And do some condensing here. And if you hear emergency vehicles, I apologize. I am filming this on a Saturday night, and things get a little bit wild in my neighborhood. Okay, so March saved 50, 70, 90, 110, 115, 120, 2, 4, and 6. 126. That's about average. I've been averaging about 125 per month. So let's see. I'm going to keep 25. I'm going to take out a $100 placeholder, and I am going to use one of my new thank you cards that go out in all of my Etsy and Ko-fi orders, and a 1. So 126, and I'll put all this business back. And then let's condense that with the other months. So we have 500, 600, 20, 40, 5, 50, 52, and 53. So I'm also going to take these 2 20s and 2 5s back for 50. So 653 so far for the months that we have completed. Oops, let me stack it this way. There we go. And then the last thing that I need to do in this book before I move on to the Batman binder is move the paperclip over to April. April's birthstone is diamond, and it is quite brilliant on the background. And the observed holiday that I chose was Earth Day. So we've got Earth Day on April 22nd, and the gemstone for the month is diamond. I'm going to make each Earth symbol $5. And pray for me in coloring all of these Earth symbols. I don't know that I'm going to do the water and the land in a different color. I might just color the whole thing blue. We'll see. Okay. So for now, this can go here. And we are done with the Green Lantern binder and the Celebration Savings Challenge book. Let me get out the Batman binder, and we will get into our regular savings challenges here in just a moment. All right, time for the Batman binder. Now, last week I finished the 1 through 40 challenge from Eva over at Budget Your Life, and I mentioned that I was going to consider starting that over again. But I found another one of her challenges in my stash, so I'm going to do that instead. And I've modified it. So here is the Colorful Sparkle Scratch and Save. On Mondays, I do the Colorful Sparkle Roll and Save, or the Sparkly Color Dot Dice game, as I call it. But on Tuesday, I will do this challenge. Now, this challenge normally saves $50 plus, but I've decided I'm going to multiply everything by 5 and make it a $250 challenge, just to add some pizzazz, I guess. It's plenty pizzazz already. I mean, look, it's got the sparkle stickers, it's got the sparkle paper, it's wonderful. And I couldn't resist. So I am going to roll one of these dice, and that is going to tell me which color we're going to scratch on. And that is, well, it's either blue or purple. It is purple. So I'm going to scratch the first purple one I see, which is this one. And whatever it is, we're going to multiply it by 5. Okay, 7. So I'm going to put in $35 for this challenge. And I'm only going to do one per week because I want this one to last. And I already know I'm going to re-sticker this when this is done and do this one again. So, okay, so $35, 20, 30, and 5. We'll start off the envelope, and the challenge will go back with it. And before I get too much farther, I need to make sure that I am keeping track of all of the different savings. If you are new, or if you haven't seen one of my Tuesday videos, oops, that's the wrong one. No, this is the right one. If you haven't seen one of my Tuesday videos before, I write down everything that I save in a notebook because I am using prop money. I use prop money just to keep track of the challenges, but I transfer money directly from my checking account into my high yield savings. So instead of pulling money out of the bank and putting it in envelopes just to put it back into a different bank, it's easier just to do a bank-to-bank transfer. All right, now, Celebration Savings saved us $29 this week, and Eva's Sparkle Challenge saved us $35. Okay, so we are all caught up, and now let's move on to the next challenge, which is from Marlene at Snow Gardener 307. Had I been thinking, I would have multiplied this one too. And in fact, I think I'm going to do just that. So instead of scratching one this week, I'm going to say this is also times 5, because I do need to save a boatload of money on Tuesdays right now. So let me get out a marker here. I'll just use the Tombow. And this is a mystery challenge, so I don't know how much it is going to save in total. So I would need to save 30 and 30, or 60. I've already saved 12. 12 from 60 is 48, so I'm going to put 48 in here just to catch me up this week. Okay. So I'm going to take out the 2 and put in a 50. So that's 60, so that's correct. And then, oops, helps if I don't put the challenge in upside down. Oh, come on. There we go. I am left-handed, so sometimes I do things a little backward. So this challenge is going to get 48 this week. And I especially have to make up for not having the 1 through 40 challenge in here because that was $80 every week. So, okay, now it's time for 2026. I did take the money out of here from finishing the first pass, so now we're on the second pass, doing $40 a week. So I am going to color in the next pair of 2s. So this one, and I'm terrible at coloring. I say that every week, and it's never less true. Okay, so 40 is going in. There's already 20 in here, meaning that we should be up to 60. So 50 and 60. And there we go. I will record that. And then up next is going to be 7 Virtues and 7 Sins. This is a scratch and save challenge. It is available in my Etsy shop. I'm going to get out all the scratchers here. There we go. And we are just looking for the Virtues and Sins. There they are. Set these off to the side. Okay, back to the Superman dice. Oh, nope, I buried the Superman dice. We'll have to use a backup. Let's see here. I roll a d6 to tell me which one to do. Then I roll the same d6 again to tell me heads or tails, whether I do the Deadly Sin or the Heavenly Virtue. And then I roll it a third time to tell me which one to scratch. So number 6, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We are on Gratitude and Envy. Odd, so we're doing the Deadly Sin, we're doing Envy. We've only done this one once. And number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll be $4. Okay. 2 and 4. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're on Humility and Pride. Number 3, so that's odd, so we're doing the Sin, Pride. And number 3, 1, 2, 3. $2. So we're up to 6. I'm going to go one more time. 4. 1. I could clean that off first. One sec. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 3, and 4. So we are on Patience and Wrath. Odd again. So we're doing the Deadly Sin. And number 1. That is also $2. So we're up to 8. And I think I'm going to go one more time. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on Chastity or Lust. Even, so we're doing the Virtue, Chastity. And number 1. $3. Okay, so a total of $11 is going to go into this challenge for the week. Again, it's available on my Etsy shop. It is available as a physical item or as a digital download. If you order the digital version, you also get one that is blank, so it can be like a roll and save. So those are done for the week. And $11 will be the number. Write that in here. Oops, way too far. Okay. So far, this challenge has 100, 200, 10, 25, 26. This is a $525 challenge, so we're about almost halfway there. Okay. Up next is going to be Totally 80s. That is another scratch and save challenge. Also available on my Etsy shop. Also available in either physical or digital. And just like with the 7 Virtues and 7 Sins, if you get the digital version, you will also get roll and save for these. So I'm going to get a D10, and we're going to do number 9, which is don't have a cow. There's only 2 spots left. Number 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And for not having a cow, we're going to save $7. I'm going to go one more time. Okay. 5, 7. Number 7. That's 9. This is 8. 7 is talk to the hand. There's quite a few left on here. We've only done this once. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is going to be $1. Okay. Going again. Number 6. This is 8, 7, and 6 is bite me. There's 5 left. Number 1. $5. Okay, I think that's a good place to stop. So I'm going to put 5 back, take a 10. It's going to be $13 going into the 80s this week. Yeah, totally 80s. Okay. So far in this $500 challenge, we have 100, 200, 20, 30, 2, 4, 5, 6. 236. So 2 2s and a 1 for a 5. Almost halfway home on that one too. And I'll write in the 13 that we put in there this week. Okay, next is going to be destination savings. I do only one of these each week. And let's see where we're going this week. We're headed to the Bahamas. Okay. And I am going to do the hotel for $10, because I always do the big one. So $10 is going to go in. Bahamas is going to go to the bottom. We are almost to the point where we can shuffle these and go through the deck again. Another couple of weeks and we should be there. $10. And let's see here. Okay, so destination savings so far has 100, 200, 50, 60, and 70. So the 2 10s will go back in for a 20. This is another $500 challenge, so we're more than halfway there. Save the Plates is next. This one is a big one. It's a $1,500 challenge. And how many I do will depend on how big numbers I get. So our first place we're going to is Washington, D.C. Number 1, so that's going to be $2. Fill in the 2 here. And like I say, I'm not the best at coloring, but saving is the most important part. Artistic merit, secondary. Okay, $2. And we have just a thin stack left before we get to the end, and then we go through them all over again. Well, I'm going to shuffle them first once I get to the end. Dry this off a little bit. Okay. Next, Wyoming. Okay. And number 6, which is going to be $7. Do I want to do this in blue? Maybe I'll do it in sky blue. Oh yeah, that'll look nice. I'm trying to avoid the black now, since the coating on these cards does not like the black Sharpie ink. Doesn't seem to mind any of the other colors, but black it just does not like. Well, of course, now that I say that, it doesn't really like this blue either. Oh, goodness. Okay. All right, so 5 and 7. That brings us up to 9. Let's go again. And next up is Wisconsin. Number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is going to be $9. I'm going to do lime green for Wisconsin. Why not? Keep using the same colors, and I've got all these different Sharpies here, so. Okay, so that's going to be a total of 18, because I've already got 9 here. So let's put 2 back, and a 10, and a 1, for 18 total. If I'd kept getting small numbers, I'd have kept going with the plates, but I think 18 is a respectable total. So we'll put in 18 for save the plates. Get out the envelope here. Oh, and I already see there's a 2 here, so that's going to make 20. So 10, 15, 19, and 20. Okay, so far, Save the Plates has, it's going to make another 100. So 50 plus 60 is 110. Okay, Save the Plates has 100, 210. So $1,500 challenge, so it's going to be a while before we get it, into the big money, but we're on our way. Up next is going to be Save by Color. I will set out all the cards, get out the multicolor dice, and we'll give those a roll. Okay, I'm back with Save by Color, and I have got all 6 of the multicolor dice here, so I'm going to give them a roll. I'm going to do this at least twice, probably 3 times. Whoops. Let me just drop a couple of them. There we go. Okay, we've got a red 2, which I'll need to re-roll. An orange 4. A yellow 3. A green 6. A blue 2. And a purple 4. Okay, so far I have 10, 14, 17, 19. And I'm re-rolling red for a 4. 19 plus 4 is 23. Let me write that down. 23. Okay. Roll them again. Pardon my reach here. A red 2, which I will have to re-roll. An orange 6. A yellow 2. A green 2. A blue 6. And a purple 6. Okay, so we have 1822 so far. Re-rolling red. A red 6, which I have to re-roll. 2, have to re-roll that. 2, come on, anything but a 2 or a 6. Another 2. Another 6. A 3. Okay. So it was 22, now plus 3 is 25. And I think I'm going to go one more time. This side of these cards altogether will save $1,008. There is a lower value card on the other side that saves 504. It's just fewer of each of the numbers. Let's give them a Drew shake. Okay. A red 3. An orange 2. A yellow 6. A green 2. A blue 3. And a purple 3. So that is going to be 3, 6, 9. Wait a minute. 6, 10, 13 plus 6 is 19. Okay. 23, 25, and 19. That will work. So let me gather all these up. Excuse me. I only get frogs in my throat when I'm trying to record a video. Oops, and this is going the wrong way. Okay. So 23 plus 25 plus 19. 23 and 25 is 48. 48 plus 19 is 67. So I will put these in here. 67 plus 34 is 101. Okay. So far in Save by Color, we have 500, 600, 700, 800, and 5 and 6. 806 out of 1,008, so we're about 80% of the way done. Up next is going to be a rainbow dice. Similar concept, but different. In rainbow dice, there are multi-denom dice, and I always take out the dashboard. So I'm going to be rolling these twice, and whatever they roll is what I will save. So we have in our little lineup here a purple D3, a blue D4, a green D6, a yellow D8, an orange D10, and a red D12. Drew shake, and here we go. Okay, the D3 rolled a 3. The D4 rolled a 4. The D6 rolled a 3. The D8 rolled a 5. The D10 rolled a 6. And the D12 rolled a 7. Respectable all the way around. And that means that I need to save 4 plus 3 is 7, 13, 16, 21, 28. Okay, so 28 for round 1. Let's go for round 2. And I would really like a double-digit number from either the D10 or the D12. Drew shake. All right, I got my wish. So we've got an 8 from the D12, a 10 from the D10, an 8 from the D8, thank you, a 4 from the D6, a 2 from the D4, and a 2 from the D1. The D3, I mean. Okay, so we have 18, 20, 28, 34. Wow, that was great. Okay. 28 plus 34 is 62. So next week I will erase these and start all over again. This is available on my Etsy shop along with all of these dice in the various colors. Okay, 12 Days of Christmas is next. I didn't put the money in. And I need $62. Jeez, Drew. Okay. 62. Well, you know what? We'll just do it this way, and then we'll consolidate. 50, 60, and 2. Okay, so for an entire trip through that set of challenges, it was 150, 200, 20, 30, 45, 47, 49, 50. $250 exactly. So I'm going to take 50, 70, 80, 90, 5, 7, 9, 100 back. for a $100 placeholder so that I have all $250 in there, and then next week, start over again. Clean slate. Okay, 12 Days of Christmas, for real now. I think I can finish it this time, but I'm not sure if I want to or if I want to wait. I think I will do, because I only had 4 scratches left, and I think I will do one on each. So we'll just do the top one here. So 7 plus 1, so $8 this week for the 12 Days of Christmas. Okay, $8. 5, 7, 8, and let's see where this challenge is. Okay, this is a $500 challenge, and so far it has 100, 200, 300, 400, and 50, 70, 80, 5, 90, 2, 3, and 4. So next week should be $6 to make the full 500 and complete the challenge. So definitely come back for that. I don't know what I will do once this challenge is done. I don't have much in my stash right now. I have a ton of stuff in my Etsy favorites and in my cart, and I haven't bought any of it because I have to then schlep it across the country with me. So things might get real creative around here at ReadyBudgetGo over the next few weeks as I'm trying to cram as much money into my savings as I can for the big move, because that's what all this money is going toward right now, is the big move. But okay, so before we get into the 12 face cards, let me add up what I've saved so far, and that will tell me how much more I have left to go. We'll get out the calculator here, set the dice tower to the side. Okay, so $250 is from the Wednesday video for My Money Relaunch, then 29, 35, 48, 40, 11, 13, 10, 18, 23, 25, 19, 62, and 8. So we're at $591. So I need to save $59. Tall order from the 12 face cards, but we can do it. Whoops! As I let the calculator just fall over, knocked everything over. All right, I'm going to give these dice a rest. And we'll get back out the trusty D6 and a D12. There we go. Oops, that's the D20. There we go. Now I need the 12 face cards. Some of these are already done, and I'm just going to keep going until I get at least $59. So let's see where we're off to first. Number 3. 3 is the King of Spades. That is David from the Bible. There's only 2 left. Number 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, $8. $5, 7, 8. Number 6, King of Hearts. Ooh, there's quite a few left on this one. This is Charlemagne, or Charles I, Holy Roman Emperor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is going to be $6. So 8 plus 6 is 14. 5, 1, 10, and 2. Okay, where to next? Number 11, that will be the Queen of Clubs, and I think she's done. Lady Argea, yeah, she is done. Okay. Number 10, Jack of Clubs, Sir Lancelot. There's 3 spots left. Number 1, right up here. 15 big dollars. So I'll put 10 back, take out 25. So we are up to 29. Number 10 again, okay. Number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $13. Save the big numbers for last on this one. Okay. So 13 plus 7 is 20. So I'll put back a 5 and a 2. Sorry about the reach. 42 so far. So at least 17 more to go. Number 1, Jack of Spades is done. Number 4, Jack of Hearts. There are 4 left on this one. Number 3, 1, 2, 3. $3. Put back a 2, grab a 5. Reroll that. Number 9, King of Hearts, Charlemagne. No, Caesar. And it's King of Diamonds, not King of Hearts. Okay, number 1. $8. So I will put back 45 and take out 53. Number 11, we know that's done. That is Lady Argea. Number 6, that is Charlemagne. And number 1, right up here. $11. Okay, that is going to be the last one. So I'll put a 1 back and take out 12. Oops. So we have 64 going in, which means I am saving $655 this week. A few extra bucks in the savings account, never hurt anybody. Put the scratch tool away, and let's see what the envelope holds. Okay. This challenge saves $1,236 altogether. Looks like I can do some condensing in here. This is 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 950, 1,000, 20, 30, 42, 4, and 5. Okay. 1,045. So 2 10s for a 20. 2 2s and a 1 for a 5. And all this other business, which should be 1,000. 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. Yep. This all comes back. And I will take out, well, this one can go back in here. I will take out a 1,000 placeholder. Which is the Orca. Don't get these very often. Okay. So $1,045. So about $200 left to go in this challenge. And that is going to wrap it up for the week. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoy, oh, this binder is thinner than it was when we started. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already. I will be back tomorrow for My Money Relaunch, where I'm talking about, budgeting this week. Budgeting is the topic. So stay tuned for that, or tune in for that. Thursday is the Happy Mail Jail and the Treasure Island Pirates collab, and of course on Fridays, the weekly reel where I share all my real budget numbers. Again, thank you so much for watching, and until I see you in the next one, take care.